What's the journey of transformation happened from the refugee camps to Australia, and then you coming here, and then your education, and then what did you study, and then landed in this role? What you working?
Yeah. So one thing, while we were there, there's a place called Polotaka in the eastern part of Equatoria. In that town, it's actually a midship town that, of course, although it was quite a renowned place for studying and all in the 1950s. The issue was one thing. There was a priest, a Catholic priest. It's called Father Gary. From Ireland, actually. I knew not long ago that he's Irish, because we have people here in Perth who are the owners of that place. And also at the time we had also a doctor called Dr. Ostrowiecki. Dr. Ostrowiecki was originally from Poland, but he migrated to France. So he had a program called ADE. This program was predominantly helping us. And of course, that was the moment I began to ask, like, why are these people helping us? So Caucasian people helping people like us. Like, what is the intent? And that was at the time I began to see the aspect of humanitarian work and all that. So that gave me some form of hope. Since then, it's kind of like enkindled in me the idea of trying to give in to those circumstances, and actually be submissive, but also at the same time also hoping when things get better, I can also give back. So it was through there. So I also go to church quite a bit. From church, so we're able to sort of leave. We're actually able to escape. There was a lot of constant fighting from rebels as well, Ugandan Lord Resistance Army. So also subject to every single time we were moving from one place to another until 2000 and until year 2000. That was when I managed to escape through to Uganda. From Uganda, and then managed to, so Uganda's kind of like to come to Kenya, you have to go to Uganda first, back to South Sudan, or Sudan then, and then to Kenya. And of course, when I was in Kenya, obviously there was about a week where we were classified as asylum seekers at the border, and that's when United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, obviously is an agency of the United Nations that support migrants and refugees in particular. And they're the one who were doing the assessment, and they established the status of a refugee, whether a person is a refugee or not. But of course, they go through a lot of criteria to meet. And of course, from that moment, we're classified as refugees, and we're taken to a place in northern part of Kenya called Uganda. And that was when everything changed.
And then, so from Uganda, then to Australia?
Yeah, from Uganda. So to Uganda was transitional, really. And then I went to Kenya. In Kenya, I stayed there as a refugee for 4 years. And then from Kenya, I came here to Australia. And of course, a refugee life, a lot of people who have never actually experienced a refugee life would never understand. Because everything is rationed. I remember we used to get Australian. And I think that's how I came to know about Australia, because of the wheat flour that gets sent most of the time. When wheat flour comes, it's a sense of hope, and it's a unique type of flour that you can actually manipulate it and make a lot of things. You can make chapati out of it. You can also make bread from it, and so it's definitely but we rarely get it. So when we get it, usually it's like a bonus. But predominantly we usually get grain or maize or flour, maybe grain flour, but usually get 3 kilograms of it, and that is for 2 weeks.